I'm trying to think like a scientist when designing a pedal. You want to have as many controls as possible. One of those controls is the sound of the guitar that you're using. I got into the NYXLs. They last longer, they work better, and they stay in tune for longer. Just a lot of things that make my life easier.
So, I was on the Instagrams like a month ago, or maybe 6 weeks ago, and an acquaintance of ours in the band Juna had a beautiful guitar, and I just commented on it. Wow, that's a beautiful guitar. And then John Ferlin, who made this guitar, sent me a message and he said, "Let's build you a guitar." And I was like, "Let's build me a guitar."
Yeah.
I've always wanted
guitar.
one.
You get a guitar.
Yeah, like I always wanted my own guitar. Like I think most guitar players probably do.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't sure like about, I didn't know him or anything. I just went and looked at his website. I was like, oh my God, like his stuff is gorgeous, you know? So he and I had like probably an hour and a half conversation, and we just started with what kind of body, what kind of neck, what kind of tuners, what kind of pickguard, what kind of pickups, what kind of switches, what kind of strap buttons, what kind, everything, every single thing. So this is basically, it's based on a non-reverse Gibson Firebird, the body is at least. The neck
Which you've kind of had some other models, or at least some other offset models I've seen you have.
I like offsets a lot because of this thing. I have to wear a wristband when I play the Esquires because there's no bevel on it at all. It just shreds your arm. So it rolls back a little bit. Like that Chris Shiflett Telly has a bevel like there. This. Yeah, which I like, but it's humbucker, so I don't really careful, but those are pretty sick guitars.
Yeah.
But this also has like the tummy cut too, so it's just like it fits your body, like it's made for a human, you know. So I've always
beautiful guitar making ugly music.
It's so sick. So it's an alder body. It's like I said, it's based on the Gibson Firebird body, but it's Fender scale, so like 25 and change. I'm not sure, 25 and a half or something. Yeah. Roasted maple neck, rosewood fretboard. The keys and the bridge are hip shot. Yeah, these are hip shot locking tuners, and it's a hip shot bridge. And then the pickups are this company called Greenville, and he makes a P90 called the Beauty Parlor is the model name. And he listened to our music and then just basically did a version of the Beauty Parlor P90s that are 5% overwound, so they're a little hotter than his regular pickups. This switch, this toggle switch, is sort of like a Les Paul switch or an SG switch, where down is the bridge, middle is both, and then up is the neck.
Okay.
So you can choose that. So right now it would be on the bridge pickup, and now this one is like the Esquire style wiring selector. So when it's down and it's just on this means that it's volume only. This means that it's volume and tone, and then this means that it's volume only again. But again, like the other guitar, has the capacitor, so there's treble roll off and a bass boost. So I don't think it's ever been done before with these two things. I think it's
Can we
a new
hear
idea.
it?
Yeah.
I know that like your rig's kind of set up for the Esquire, but let's.
I think I might need to tune this guy. I think it might be super out of tune.
Had you given it any thought, just based on the body style, to go with maybe testing out or thinking about Firebird pickups? Have you ever messed around with those?
I just always wanted one because they look so beautiful. And like I've heard other people like, sorry I'm tuning while I'm saying this, but it's been in the trailer, so it's really out of whack. If you want to pretend like the looks don't matter, you're fooling yourself. It's like, well, just wear a paper bag every day, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you see my super cool outfit that I picked out today.
Yeah.
I figured that I would, I'm in Nashville, so you know how much I love Jason Isbell and Steven Wilson Jr. and a lot of the heavy hitters here. So I thought I would wear some hunting gear in an effort to fit in Nashville.
You'd look at.
So that's why I'm dressed like this today. I thought about it last night. I was like, I'm gonna wear my red flannel shirt and my orange camo hat like an asshole.
You're in town for the Americana Awards.
Kinda, man.
Perfect.
It's kind of like the whole thing with playing the Esquire guitar. It looks like I'm a chicken pick, and then you go. People are like, what is going on? If they've never seen our band or they don't know what it sounds like, it does not. I don't think you would see it coming.
Yeah, no, it's a curveball.
I'll do this with a little Fuzz Factory.
Man.
Yeah, it's a big boy. And then if you go to this sorry, if you go to this like super dark position,
Kind of with the P90, it gives it more of almost a filter effect to it.
it's I mean the Nova Wah.
Yeah, but like it was not as apparent with the
it's
Esquire.
brighter. Yeah, it's brighter. This is more mellow sound. So it's kind of like the same thing with using the forward, the dark position, the more mellow sound combined with the really aggressive fuzz. It's more detailed. It just sounds like it's fuller, but it's not fuller and darker. It's just there's more information somehow. It's richer sounding. I'm not really sure what the adjective is I'm looking for, but it's just it has more detail to it. It's just really pleasing. It's not harsh at all. I was saying to you before we turned the camera on that I think it might be too nice of a guitar for a dude like me, but I'll take it. Thank you, John. This guitar is beautiful. And
you said it was his suggestion to kind of go with the longer scale length.
Yeah, because we were talking about the tuning, the drop C tuning, and I have a Gibson SG Junior that I like a lot. I actually got that guitar because I watched a rig rundown with Charlie from Blackberry Smoke.
Oh yeah.
And he has a sick collection of guitars. He's an Atlanta dude too. And he had a white SG Junior, and I was like, that's a punk rock machine, man.
Yeah.
I want one of those. So I got that one. So I was playing it a lot. We played Psycho Las Vegas, the last one they did 2 years ago. And I brought that guitar. And that guitar I play high watts sometimes too. That guitar through the high watts is, again, it's the same thing of like combining dark and light together. You get, if it's all dark or all light, it's just not as good as combining the two things, you know?
Yeah.
And so it really works out well.
The juxtaposition is kind of where it really goes.
It's how everything interacts with each other. It's not, Casey, my bandmate, and I talk about this a lot because he's a real pedal nut too. He builds pedals and stuff. And it's like, yeah, you might say, oh, this part doesn't matter that much, but like all 20 of these parts have a cumulative I matter.
Yeah.
You know? So it really is how things interact with each other. Once you can kind of get your head wrapped around that, you can start kind of going on the tone quest, you know?